Welcome to another episode of
The Epic Family Road Trip.
The buildings around here, everything's built either on bedrock if we can find it, or just on top of the ground using concrete footings, but they're not buried below the frost line. So buildings tend to move and heave a little bit in the winter. But one way we've been able to counter that is by putting 2-inch foam insulation around each of the pilings. And in the past that's worked really well. It's just enough to keep the frost from making things rise. So that's what we're doing now. We've got this stuff and just cutting it up and getting it around the concrete. So that the concrete will fit in here, and then I'll cut a piece for the front. It's pretty snug, and then I'll just cut that out. And then we just tape it together with this stuff and then bury it with as much dirt and gravel as we can, and that's all you got to do. Alright, that's it for the wood. It's all tossed off of the barge now, so we're just going to carry the rest of it up and stack it somewhere near the house. Looks like we have so far about 7 cords all stacked and good to go, and there's probably another 5 behind me, so I think we'll be in good shape. I'm going to take the barge now and move it back to where we keep it. There's a little cove there by the boathouse which is protected from the waves and the wind that we get this time of year. So I'm going to put that away, and then we're moving on to the next job. So this week is really about making sure firewood is completed, which it looks like will be early tomorrow. Making sure we have enough propane, so we're going to go pick up a couple more of those, and then getting our freezer filled with food for the time when we can't get off the island because of the ice. So little by little we're getting things done, and it makes us sleep better at night knowing that we're prepared, because the air has really changed. Last night we had heavy winds come through, and it brought with it a cold front, and I think that's it for that beautiful fall weather, and winter is getting closer every day. Right, Lando? But you're ready to go. What do you got? You helping with firewood? Good boy.
we go. That's how you get down.
Well, that was a big job. It's a nice feeling to get it all done. So I think tomorrow we're gonna head over and pick up all of our meat and frozen veg and fruit. Super excited to fill our freezer full because the weather is sure turning.
Alright, well today's a big day. We're once again back at the marina. Mom and I are going to be taking both Jeeps down to a town about 3 hours away where we've got our entire big freezer full worth of meat waiting for us. We're going to go pick it up. It's all organic, really good meat, so that'll last us more than the 6 weeks of freeze over, probably most of the winter. We're going to have great meals from that. We're still going to be able to cook over the fire even in the dead of winter when there's snow piled up all around the campfire, and we can really be at peace about that, having enough food to last a long time there. Alright, well we made it to Farms. It's a good 3-hour drive from the cabin, so it's getting a little late. We'll probably be, again, heading home in the dark. We were hoping not to, but we brought a bunch of our Claymore lights, so it will be no problem. But they're just getting the order ready, all the stuff packed up, and then we'll be loading in the Jeep. We don't know if we'll need both Jeeps. We brought them just in case and emptied them out, so we got a decent amount of room to be able to carry a lot of stuff, so I mean, we'll end up filling one Jeep at least, and maybe both. Whole chickens. Yeah. Remember a lot of pork. Loins. You get ground meat.
Yeah.
12 chickens. 12 whole chickens.
Yeah.
Remember a lot of pork.
Lots and lots of awesome organic food. I'm super excited now. I was a little worried there, but this was a great way to get all of our supplies. And I love how it's from farmers here in Ontario, so you know it's fresh. It's always good to go local.
Well, it seems like we only needed one Jeep. With Worsley, like I said, we have that full seat delete of our goose gear, so on 100% goose gear panel in the back. So we're able to fit all of this food, tons of boxes, no problem. It's really nice.
nice. So we made it back. Dan and it looks like Dan's here right now with our smaller boat. I'll get the light on. And I think I saw the pontoon coming across, so if that's the case, we'll be loading all this, heading across the lake.
Alright, Dan and I came out with the two boats. We're happy to see both Jeeps back, and we are going to be unloading all this food and get it in the freezer tonight. Couldn't have picked a better night to come across the lake. There's no wind, the water's calm, and we've got a big bright moon tonight to light the way, so yeah, let's get going. Depends what's in them. Oh yeah. With it getting dark so early this time of year, all these Claymore lamps that we use really come in handy for this kind of work, or just rummaging around the cabin, or when we're camping. So check them out. They've been great for our channel and have helped sponsor and bring all these videos to you guys every week. But you'll notice that I'm also wearing the Epic Family Road Trip headlamp. This has been one of our best, well, it has been the best headlamp we've ever had, with all the different brightnesses. You can do the red like I have on now. It's just a wonderful lamp with an incredible battery. Last time I mentioned it, a whole bunch of our subscribers went ahead and bought themselves one, and we appreciate the support for sure. But a lot of you have told us how much you love the lamp, how much it has helped you. Someone went through a big storm in Florida, and they pre-charged their Efrt lamps, and it helped them get through it. A lot of really cool stuff. So they're amazing quality. I'm going to put another link up on this video. It'll be up here somewhere, and just click on that link and get yourself one of the best headlamps you'll ever have. Plus, you're supporting the channel. It's got Efrt branding on it. The package is branded up. You open up the instructions inside, and it'll have pictures from the Epic Family Road Trip. The whole thing's a collector's item, so get yourself one while they last.
Alright, so we're all loaded up, and what a night. We have a full moon and calm waters, and you couldn't ask for anything better than that. So we'll see you at the cabin.
Must have got the big briskets. This is the last 3 boxes. I don't know how many there are, but there's a lot of meat. I'm just gonna cut them open now and get them in the freezer.
Open the first box, and they're whole hens, and these guys are pastured, so it's really cool how they raise them. They have these covered barns over beautiful pasture, and the barns are on tracks, and they just slowly move 24 hours a day across the field. And so the chickens are just free ranging inside that barn, but they're right on the grass, so they're eating the bugs and the worms and the foraging the legumes. and as the building moves away, everything recovers behind them, and then it comes back. So it's just a great way to raise hens rather than in a barn, and you end up with just very meaty, natural, organic, and clean meat. And that's how all the meat is here. There's no antibiotics, and nothing was raised in any other way but open pasture, so grass-fed beef in the works. So we're really happy to have high quality, good stuff for our time here at the cabin.
Fingers crossed this can shut.
You might
Let's try it.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
We're all pretty tired. It's probably around 11 o'clock or so. Time to hit the hay, and we've got a big day again tomorrow. On an island, nothing can go to waste, so you got to make use of anything. If you take the effort to bring it out here, you can always find a use for almost anything. And these boxes that the meat came in last night, I'm just kind of ripping them apart, and they'll make great fire starters in the dead of winter. There's nothing like a good dry piece of cardboard, so we'll store it inside the screen-in room with all the kindling. But yeah, as usual, Lando wants to help anytime I'm working on a project. So you go ahead, Lando, get that one. He'll rip it apart for us. Thanks, buddy. Here, put it on the pot. You gotta put it on the pot. He's very effective at ripping up cardboard. I think he makes more of a mess than it's worth, but he has fun, right, Linda? So he and I will finish ripping this up. We'll put it away, and then today's the big day. As I told you last night, the Battle-Born batteries and all the inverters and other accessories came in last night, so we're gonna head out in a few minutes across the lake. We'll probably take both boats. You want another one? And yeah, pick all that stuff up. I don't know how heavy it is and whatnot, so it might be several loads, but we're gonna get started.
We got two more of these 100 pounders. Big propane tanks actually weigh 170 when they're full. They're just super uncomfortable to carry, so we do them one at a time with two guys. So we've got 6 now, where we're taking back 1, and we hope, 6 will get us through the most of the winter actually, but we want to have about 8 or 10 just to be safe, and then that way if it's cold or we just want to stay where we can really run the propane heaters all winter, no problem. Having 8 to 10, we would be a lot less worried about running out of propane. It'd just be good peace of mind, so that's what we'll shoot for. But already we're good, so that's a nice feeling.
Exciting day. We've got a lot of boxes here, everything from these inverters. We have 2 inverters and a whole bunch of batteries and all the accessories that go with it. So step 1 is getting them down, and the kind folks here at the marina are gonna help or let us load them into their quad trailer, and we'll take them down to the boat, get them on the boat, and then back at the island we'll start opening these boxes and let you know what's inside. boxes, I think. Got it.
You're the biggest small dog on the planet.
What did we drop by that dog?
Yeah, pieces.
Just going to pop open some of the boxes, take a look. Probably not going to get started on the install until next week, but we're really anxious to get going. We can't wait to have this thing up and running and get that generator turned off. In these two boxes here, we have two what they call multi-plus inverters. They're 3,000 watts. They're a combination battery, charger, manager, and inverter. So this is going to give us more power than we need right now, but it'll allow us to add a lot more electrical appliances and things like that in the near future. We're probably going to run some electric space heaters, so this is going to come real handy. So we've got these two inverters, and then I'm going to go over here and take a look at one of the batteries. Now these things are called the Game Changer. They're going to be a game changer for us, but let's take a look and we'll talk about them. All right, they come with instructions. One of the reasons we love Battleborn is they've got amazing online instructions, plus everything comes with an instruction packet, plus you can reach out to their experts and get all kinds of help. We're not solar or electrical experts by any stretch of the imagination, but I think we'll be able to do this install with using the instructions and the help from them. And we're going to take you guys with us on this journey, and we'll learn a lot, and hopefully you will too. Alright, so everything obviously is packed for shipping. These come from Reno, Nevada, and they got here to the marina a couple days ago. We've taken them across the lake, so they've been on a journey, but they are in really good shape down here. So you'll notice right out of the gate, it's a non-traditional look to a battery. When I get it all the way out, we'll talk about it. But each one of these, and we have 6 of them, is 270 amp hours of power storage, and so you got your positive and negative on this side. But let's get it out. Each one weighs 80 pounds, which for something this size is incredibly light. The other thing about lithium, the Battleborn lithium, is that it can be stored any way you want. It doesn't have to sit upright like traditional batteries. There's very low maintenance, and I think it's just going to be incredible for our application. All right, take a look at that beauty. You can see it's tall and slim, so it can actually lay down flat if you're installing in an RV or in the Jeeps or some kind of mobile application. These are great for that. A couple of things I forgot to mention. These batteries actually have built-in a battery management system built into them, and they are self-heating. So we're in a very cold climate here in Ontario, Canada, and so that self-heating feature is incredible. So here's one of them. I can't wait to see how these guys look up on the shelf.
Alright, so we're going to be stowing the boat in the boathouse now, and it's crazy that it's that time of the year already. where we're fully winterizing and storing the boat. I'm excited. Like, doing all this, preparing, and then getting stuff like this done really makes me realize that winter's coming, and it's something I've wanted to do, stay up here over winter for a long time.
All right, this pulley system was here when we got the place 20 years ago, and I don't know how long it's been in place, but it works great. It's just a cable come along, we hook it onto the front of the boat, we'll lift the front out of the water, then we'll do the same at the back, which is a little heavier, obviously because of the motor and everything. We've got two more, one more is going in here, and then the other one will probably go up on its trailer, the pontoon, and we'll cover it for the winter. The weight of the front of the boat is on this cable. We just remove the pulley, take it over to this side to crank it up the next boat. Alright, now we're going to do the back of the boat.
Because of the extra weight in the back of the boat with the engine, we have another pulley but with two chains on each side. And then once we raise it up, these hooks on this side will clip onto either, and then we'll take the pulley off. But that should hold the boat up all winter and keep it out of the ice.
One more.
Alright, so now the final step to putting this away is lifting up the motor and then pulling out the boat plug to let whatever water's inside of it drain.
Alright, so it's cleared all the way around. That's it. That thing's good to go. And in the spring when the ice melts, it's coming down and we'll get back out fishing. We defrosted a couple of our pork chops. They're pork shoulder chops. And we're just going to season them up here with some pepper, cracked pepper, salt, and one of our favorite seasonings. I think it's called Cowboy. One of Carol's favorite. I don't know that much about it, but she gave it to us to put on here. Get some salt on there. And this Cowboy stuff, I don't know much about it, but it sure looks good. I think it's a mix of peppers. And then we'll just flip it, get the other side, and then we'll get it on the nice hot cast iron over there. Gonna get it on the hot pan and sear both sides, and then move it out of the heat. I think I had that upside down. No, it's not. So working with hardwood is a real treat. After all summer we were using pine, and it's really hard to maintain a nice bed of coals. We started this with pine, threw on a couple of slabs of hardwood. We're using the big ones that are too unwieldy to fit into our wood stove anyway. They make perfect outdoor cooking wood, but it's amazing how it just maintains the hot coals for so long. That's really what you need for this kind of cooking. So I'm just searing both sides, and then I'll just let it simmer slowly, and we're gonna measure the internal temperature up to 145 degrees and then take it off and do the next two. We can fit the other ones that are a bit smaller on one pan. But cooking, slow cooking over a fire, there's no rush. Part of the joy, a big part of the joy, is just enjoying the warmth of the fire, your company that you're with, the sounds, the smells, and nature all around. And we've been blessed with this amazing weather. We have another day at least of it, and then it starts to get much colder. So we've been working hard and deserve a good meal out here by the fire. So we're just doing a guy's meal today, which by definition in the dictionary is meat and veg and something very simple. We're going to throw some beans in there, and that's about it. Without Carol and Caroline here, they're shopping for last minute stuff and Christmas shopping, because during the pre-Christmas period, and even right up to New Year's, the lake will probably still be freezing, so we won't be able to go shopping. So they're getting all that kind of stuff done. We're back here doing the final firewood, chores, and all the other stuff around the cabin. So hopefully it'll be a good meal, and we'll be able to carry on working. A bunch of you have asked, where's Caroline? Because you haven't seen her in the videos recently, except she's in the beginning and end of every video, but she just got back not that long ago from the big Europe trip with Overland, all through Norway, Sweden, Finland, Iceland, Faroe Islands, and just wanted to take a bit of a break. So she's off camera, and she's not behind the camera either. In fact, Pete's been doing most of the filming on the last bunch of episodes and the editing, so he has really picked up his game and learned a lot over the years. Learned a lot from Clay and the team at XO as well, just on movie making, and he's putting all that to practice now on Epic Family Road Trip, which is awesome to see. But this thing's smelling really good. I'm just going to test the temperature, and we'll see where we're at. So it's getting there. We're at 140 degrees, and yeah, it's getting awful close. We'll just let it slow cook for a bit. I think the thing about a pork chop is if it has time to sit, unlike some meats, pork chops tenderize over time, so we'll just let it sit there for a bit. It's not on too much direct heat, so I think give it a few more minutes. Whew, it's looking good. Smells good. Just rendering all that fat over, medium heat. It's hit the right internal temperature, so it can come off any time. I just like it nicely brown. Get that over here. Get these guys going. All right, these two are a bit smaller, so I should be able to fit both on the pan. A little cozy, but it'll do. Actually, I might turn this one this way. There we go. Turn this one this way. There we go. Looking good. I think I'm going to put a piece of wood on the coals and just kind of get the heat going a bit more. Daniel and Lando are out in the canoe just taking a paddle into the sunset. It might be one of the last times until next spring that we'll be able to paddle on the open lake. And just an incredible ending to an amazing day. We'll be picking up Carol and Caroline very shortly from shopping. Done perfectly.
just burns forever. It's the same log. It's been going for the whole meal this whole time.
Then you want bone. And in the meantime,
We'll see you down the road.